I watched the Blake Edwards film, The Great Race. It's another really long 60s film that I've been avoiding because it's really long. It's from 1965. It's written by a story by Blake Edwards, written by Arthur A. Ross. It's inspired by a real New York to Paris race from 1908, and also the slapstick comedies of Oliver and Hardy. That said, this movie is a bit of a mess. It was a $12 million production at the time, making it the most expensive comedy made at that time. Natalie Wood was basically sort of forced into starring in it by Warner Brothers so that she could star in a movie that she actually wanted to do. Tony Curtis is not great. It's sort of the end of Tony Curtis's career, really. The one person who comes out of this movie really unscathed and wonderful is Jack Lemmon. He is as hilarious as you'd expect him to be. He steals every scene he's in. He has great chemistry with his co-star, Peter Falk. He is fantastic. This movie is beautiful. It's shot by Russell Harlan. It's gorgeous. The costumes by Edith Head are wonderful. The music by Henry Mancini, what you would expect from Henry Mancini. The pie fight is worth it. That 4 minutes of perfect, disastrous, hilarious, wonderful goodness of pie fightingness, great. Everything else in the film, it just takes too long. There was only one joke that actually made me laugh, and it was when a character says someone was ran off with a fryer, and a small fryer, and he goes, "You ran off with a chicken?" And then he's like, no, a fryer like a monk. And I'm not telling it right. It's very funny. It was the only joke that really made me laugh in 160 minutes. So that tells you what I thought about this movie. Production-wise, it's a great production. Everything is awe-inspiring. The bits on the snow, the stuff in the West, all of it. It's just, it never gels, and it's never as funny as it thinks it is. And the reason those Laurel and Hardy and things were so funny was they were 10 minutes. 10 minutes of utter preposterousness works. 160 minutes is just bloated. So, and then they added suffragette stuff that I think was trying to maybe be paralleling with civil rights, but I don't know that it quite worked. And I sure hope they were trying to do those parallels because it seemed like it was there, but then I'm not really sure. So anyways, this was 1965's The Great Race, starring Jack Lemmon, Tony Curtis, and Natalie Wood. It's by Blake Edwards. You can find it on the internet, or you can find it on DVD. It's streaming right now on Watch TCM. It's readily available. It's kind of a cult film now. I think if you're interested, watch it once. But it's an hour and it's 160 minutes, so expect 3 hours of your life to go by without much of a payoff. Except Natalie Wood looks great. She always looks great, but she looks great. I don't know that you can kind of tell she's not having the best time filming this movie though. So this is The Great Race, not necessarily the greatest movie of all time.